Good morning, Mom Nation. Thank you. Thank you. So we don't have Sonia with us today, guys. In pure hashtag mom life fashion, Sonia's kiddo woke up real sick. It doesn't sound great. Poor kid. I mean, poor her. Poor kid too, but like totally poor her. Last week, her older son took a spill on his dirt bike, and it was pretty bad, guys. And this week, her littlest, her smallest, her little baby Connor is sick. And so she is at the pediatrician's right now, unable to be with us today, but we wish her well and we hope everything is okay with the kiddo. That said, we have so much to get into today. So I will dive right in. But a couple of things. So I don't know if you guys are aware of this. If I mentioned it, might have mentioned it last week, but we have a couple of new podcasts coming up. I know. I just can't help myself, guys. So the first one that we have is for sure launching in April. And this is bringing back that old podcast that you actually may be somewhat familiar with because we did have it for a short time called Make Dollars Make Sense. So it's about money, about finances, about saving, about investments, all of that kind of thing. I thought that was really important to bring back. Us mamas need to know this stuff, right? The second one is Cape 48. I was telling you guys about that back in, I think August is when I started talking about it, but I've sort of felt this pull. And honestly, it's been because of a lot of conversations that I've been having with you guys. So, like, I get messages all the time from our group members, and a lot of those messages, especially around that time, were, hey, can you do an episode on what, this bill is or what we're voting for or what that is, in reference to local politics and government, not touching any of that national stuff, just Arizona, is the idea, is the plan. So I really wanted to launch that in January, and I've been, doing my best to network in that world. Hello, mommy. Yeah, poor Sonia. Her kiddo is sick. Poor thing. Hashtag mom life. Anyway, I have been networking in that world just to try to get to know more people so that I can source some great guests to bring onto the show for you guys so we can talk about very neutrally, just speak about the facts. Like how, thank you so much, Mom. I know I'm really excited about this one and just having a hard time launching it because I'm having a hard time sourcing guests, to be honest. So it's kind of crazy. And another reason why I wanted to do the podcast, because I hear so much in the mom community about, I don't know who to contact. I have this problem, or who do I talk to about my utilities being raised? Or, what about the school pickup line? Like, who do I talk to about all of this kind of stuff? So I really wanted to do like who are the people in your neighborhood? You know what I mean? Like that's back from Sesame Street days. Okay. But I wanted to do like a who's who of Arizona government. And I've reached out, man, I've probably sent 50 emails, Facebook messages to these different groups in that world. And ladies, I am coming up short. I am getting nothing back. Now, that's not to say there haven't been some wonderful people that I have met that have attempted to connect me and are still trying to attempt to connect me that are in that world, because that is definitely the case. There are some really fantastic people that want to see this podcast come alive, that feels that it's needed, especially in the mom community. And they're trying to help me out, but girl, if I could only crack one of these groups and get into one of these groups so that I can get some good guests for you guys, then we'll be cooking with butter, as they say. So I'm trying, and stay tuned. That one is coming. I'm still very, very passionate about it. Again, I want to be very clear. The idea is for it to be just the facts, ma'am. Like, who's who, what do they do? What are the things coming up that we have to vote on, stuff like that. Like, what do they mean? That kind of thing. So I think it's needed, and everybody that I talk to that I share about it thinks it's needed too. So trying to move forward in that direction. All right, guys, that all being said, there she is. Son, how's the little guy? Is he doing all right? And then give us an update on the big guy too, because last week, if you guys remember, poor Sonia, she's had a rough mom life for the last couple of weeks because kiddo sick this morning, the littlest guy, and then the older one took a spill on his dirt bike last week. So if you weren't here for that story, that is it in a nutshell. So Sonia, let us know how the kiddos are. We are certainly thinking about you. All right, guys, let's hop into the winning, which I'm sure is what you are here for. So today we are going to announce the winner of our $250 gift certificate for a couple's stress relieving spa experience. And that was donated by none other than the lovely, the wonderful, the beautiful Diana Eisel from Diana Eisel Therapy LLC. If you recognize her name, then you definitely do. I don't know if that made any sense because she's also on one of our podcasts. So MOMnation has many podcasts. Diana Eisel is the co-host for Our Love Story, and that is centered around couples, couple talk, couple issues, couple problems, marriage counseling, that kind of thing. So here she is, creating something cool for you as a couple to experience, and we'll see who is going to win this one. So you can win either a couple's head spa, which if you've never had one of those, they're incredible, over on MOMnation USA. That's our YouTube channel. There is a video. It has well over 5,000 hits on it now, or 5,000 views, and that is me getting a head spa. So you can see what it's all about. We talk through it, and you can actually see me going through that process. So that way you get a good idea of what it's like. It's amazing, I will say that. Or the other thing that you can get is a couple's scratch spa. I assume that's like back scratching or exfoliation or something. I don't know. I don't really know exactly what that is, but it sounds intriguing and sounds wonderful, and I probably want it. So let's see who gets to win. Holy smokes. I'm going to turn down the music because only I ever hear the music whenever I play it. So let's spin the wheel, guys, and see who wins this. There are a serious amount of names on this wheel. Let me take a screenshot for Sonia so that we can record this appropriately on the back end and make sure winner and donator get connected appropriately here. Who is going to win? Oh, some new names on the list. That's cool. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Marissa? Wendy? Candy? Is it Candy? I think so. Candy Day. Congratulations. Where is my applause button when I need it? There it is. Congratulations, Candy. We appreciate you playing, and we are so excited. Definitely come back. Yes, Mom, you saw the head spa video. It's really cool. Definitely come back, Candy, and let us know what you ended up choosing. Oh my goodness, Candy, you won. Did you watch yourself win just now? She's on, you guys. I just saw her make a comment. I have to feature her comment here. Dude, you won and you got to watch that. How cool. I have chills all over. That's amazing. Did you all know that I changed the, yes, Candy Day with one entry. See, Skylar, thank you so much for saying that, because some people, and I'm not going to mention any names, they know who they are, came to me and they were like, hey man, like we only have one entry onto the wheel. We're feeling like we're not going to win. Like our chances are very, very slim. They are not, because you just saw it happen, guys. You just saw Candy, who only had one entry onto the wheel, win this giveaway for February. Gosh, it's already the end of February. That's so insane. I'm so happy, Candy. That's so cool. Anyway, if you guys haven't noticed, I have a little bit of a different camera angle, because I noticed, and thank you all for being so sweet. Nobody ever said this at all. What's up, Jen? Yes, congrats to Candy. Nobody told me that, like, in my podcast, I look like I'm just a floating head in the screen. And I don't really watch my pods back. Sometimes I might listen to them depending on what's going on, or if I'm like, nah, I really want to hear that conversation again, because when I'm facilitating the conversation and asking questions, yeah, I'm in that conversation, but I don't always absorb absolutely everything because I kind of have a big job on my end. But anyway, long story short, I was rewatching a podcast and I'm like a floating head. So I changed my camera angle. Hopefully it looks better. I don't know. Y'all are so sweet. Nobody ever told me I look like a floating head. So, I mean, if you have feedback for this camera angle, I'd love it. If not, that's totally fine too. All right, congrats again, Candy, and thank you so much to Diana Eisel with Diana Eisel Therapy LLC for that amazing donation. We super appreciate ya. All right, guys, here's what we have for events coming up. I am stoked because we have, speaking of podcasts that are up and coming, I didn't tell you that the co host is Jen Stone for one of those podcasts. And that's the one that we are for sure launching in April. Make Dollars Make Sense. Her Jen and her friend Shruti are going to be on that one with me, and we're going to be talking all about money and investments. So definitely stay tuned for that. But here she is, Miss Jen Stone, and she is hosting a life support sacred space for grief and growth event coming up on March 8th. That is next week, guys. Not this weekend, but next week already. We're already in the thick of March. It's insane. And yeah, I would check her out. She is definitely amazing to connect with, especially if you or a family member are in that grieving process, maybe end of life process, that kind of thing. She's very helpful in that area. So definitely check her out if you're in that space, or if you just like to connect with her and learn a bit more about what she does. Then we have another podcast co host, Miranda Ray. She is the co host for our Untying the Knot podcast. And that is all about divorce and separation, whether you are thinking about it in the thick of it or you have been there, done that. That podcast is for you. And so is this support group. You're not alone. Separation and divorce support group with Miranda. And that is coming up on Tuesday, March 10th. And then we have what looks like we're back with Jen again on March 11th, and it looks like a vision board event, which is super cool. So check that out if you are all about the vision boards. I am. I think many of you know my vision board story has to do with my dream home. I live in my dream home, guys, and I worked very hard to live in my dream home, and I put my dream home on a vision board back in 2016 or 17. And I said I would live in this particular neighborhood in a home like this by 2021 or 2022. And at the very end of 2021, 3 days before 2021 ended, I moved into that home. So I am a full on believer in the vision board experience. And I think that you should totally hang out with Jen Stone and check out what she's got going on. Yes, you're very welcome, Miss Jen. No one does grief alone as long as she is around. And that is definitely the truth. Thank you so much for what you do out there for our mamas. And what's this? Oh, this is our fan page, guys. So the group is really, yes, we share podcasts in there. Yes, we share resources, information, all of that pretty much that we share on the fan page on Facebook is also shared into the group. But then we have conversations that happen in the group too, right? So sometimes those posts and resources can get buried. It does happen. So we like to point out that we do have the fan page. You can hop over there. It is MOMnation USA. That's our handle for everything. So at MOMnation USA is our handle for Facebook. And we also have some events on there, not all events. We don't have any upcoming events on the page this week, but I do want to show you the page because it is important that you know about it. If you just need like a quick access spot for all of our content, this is where you can go. Look, I'm live. That's cool. Or our YouTube channel. And again, that is at MOMnation USA. That's our handle on YouTube as well. And that YouTube I'm real proud of because it's all broken up into playlists and it's really easy to navigate. So that's my go-to. All right, so this is first a letter name because I don't have a better name for this post. If your name starts with this letter, like this week is brought to you by the letter B, then hopefully you commented your name or hopefully a friend of yours commented your name so that way you could enter into the drawing because this is how you get onto the giveaway wheel. It is one way you get on the giveaway wheel. It's not the only way. We offer many ways. If you watch the show, you will see many ways. Oh, first commenter. I didn't even announce it. Mom was first commenter. So Sonia, if you're still watching, or Skylar, if you are helping Sonia record who first commenter is, it is Mama Marilyn. That's another way that you can get onto the giveaway wheel. Now, we don't know what we're playing for right now. Why, you ask? because the March giveaway prize has not been announced. So we don't know. But rest assured, it's cool because it's always been cool. So I'm sure you guys will love it. Let's see who won. This is our wheel for all of our B names that were mentioned. Let's see who wins it. Who's it gonna be? Is it gonna be Bonnie? Is it gonna be Bonnie? Is it gonna be Bree? Is it gonna be Bonnie? It's Bonnie. Congratulations, Bonnie. I need to go over again. Like I don't have my little Vanna, my Sonia here helping me out on the comments and the buttons and congratulating Bonnie. So I finally found the button. Here we go. Yes, congratulations, Bonnie. Thank you, Mom. She's congratulating Bonnie as well. We've got some new names coming off the wheel this week. That is really, really exciting. This is cool. So this is our new member post. This comes out every Tuesday, guys, where we list all of the new members that join the group for the week, and we welcome them to what I call the family. So every time, every week, you're going to see me welcome these mamas into the family because that's truly what I feel that we are here. And this gives you an opportunity to welcome them as well. We have 19 mamas on the list for last week, which is awesome. That is a great little group to come in, some newbies, and we're going to see who wins. A little sound there that you guys probably can't hear. All right, who's going to win it? Is it going to be our picture? I don't even know what happens when it's our picture. Skylar, do you know what happens when it's our picture? Oh, I know. The next person that I choose when it's our picture gets 2 entries. That's what it is. I'm pretty sure that that's what Ashley set up when she was co-host of the show back when we were called What's What Wednesday. If you guys remember that, a little blast from the past there. So whoever it lands on next now gets 2 entries. That's pretty cool. Love it. All right, let's see who it is. Is it Maria? It looks like it's Maria. Congratulations, Maria. You are coming into the group as a newbie with 2 entries on the giveaway wheel already for March. And there are many ways throughout the month of March that you can kick up those entries and get more on the wheel. And I would suggest you do so because I know what the March giveaway is, and it's awesome. All right. February birthdays. We are wrapping up the month of February. I can't believe it. You can't believe it, but here we are. And every month we have a birthday post that is put in the group. All of these posts that I go over are kept in the featured section, by the way. So if you're like, I don't know how to get a hold of that birthday post, or I only saw that first letter post once, like I don't even know. Go into the featured section, scroll down, find the post that you want. It will be in there, and we replace the next week's, or we replace the old one with the following week's post, if that makes sense. So sometimes we get a little bit behind because we're human beings and we're moms as well, and with full-time jobs and all that jazz. But we typically do a pretty good job keeping that clean and up to date. So you can be fairly confident that you're going to find what you need when you go into the featured section. So this is February. I want to wish a very, very happy birthday to all of our February mamas. Do I have a happy birthday? I don't have a happy birthday sound. I really need one. I need like a happy birthday song that maybe I should, I don't know, sing myself and upload in here so that I can serenade you all, or we could just do this. Because sometimes that's how I feel now that I'm, getting a little bit older and I have more and more birthdays. It's okay. You're only as old as you feel, right? All right. So let's see who's going to win our February birthday. Let's spin it. Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Oh, I thought it was going to land on our picture again. Is it Holly? Oh, yay. This is my friend Holly. Happy birthday, Holly. All right. Just a couple of more things here, guys, and we are gearing up. Just a little hint. We have 4, 5, 6 tabs left to go. And then we will be at the end of the show. So if you want to get last commenter and get yourself an entry onto the giveaway wheel, get to those fingers ready because, guys, we are getting there. It goes a little bit faster when I don't have Sonia to talk to, which is a real bummer because I like catching up with her and talking to her. Anyway, here's our top 10. Sonia and I always like to give the disclaimer. This is not something that we choose. This is Facebook doing it, and they are looking at how many comments, how many posts, and how many reactions you have made in a 28-day period. Number 1 slot, we have Marissa Hall. Number 2, we have a household name, Ashley Schultz. Number 3, Kelly New. Number 4, we have Jazzy Jazz. Number 5, we have my mom, Marilyn Flower. Number 6, we have Leah Fry. Number 7, Jen Stone. She's come up a lot in conversation today. Number 8, we have Crystal Ann. Number 9, Ashley Parker. And number 10, we have Dr. Bobby Bennett. She is my chiropractor, in case you guys were wondering. And she is absolutely fantastic, located in Tempe. She did not endorse that message, nor does she pay for it. Does it sound like I do this a lot? Too funny. All right, so I don't have Sonia here to ask if she watched this. This is Sunday's Words of the Week, and Words of the Week is something that I write, and it's basically kind of what I've been feeling that week, what I've been sitting with, what's been hanging on my heart, that kind of thing. And if you didn't know, now you do. My baby turned 12 this past week. In fact, a week ago today. And I don't know, it just kind of hit me a little bit hard. Like every birthday kind of does rattle my emotions a little bit, but this one really did. This is our last year of being a tween before we're a teen. And I can already see the new stages taking over and the old stages quickly exiting the building. And I'm not sure that I'm okay with that. So I guess I kind of wrote this for myself. And I know that a lot of you out there feel the same because I have those conversations. Yes, it's a Jen tidal wave. But yeah, 12 years did go by so fast, and teenage years are here. And it's crazy. And I have enjoyed every single stage, right? Like I've enjoyed every step, every new grade in school, every new surprise, every new growth moment, everything that has come. It's coming too quickly, and it just feels like I'm drinking out of a fire hose, man. So hopefully that touched you guys as well, made you think, maybe gave you something to share with a mom that might be right there in the trenches with me. Hopefully that was helpful for you guys. So stay tuned for Words of the Week. Comes out on Sunday. Oh my gosh. Like if I am not dealing with this right now, then I don't know who is, because I certainly am, girls. Like I am having a pretty serious time, and I know I just need to get a handle on the whole hormone thing because I'm of that age, and I've kind of been back burnering it because that's what we do as moms. But it definitely rears its ugly head quite often. And I'm having a lot of issues, truly, that I probably don't need to deal with at the end of the day. If I could just get my act together. But you know how that goes. We're always the last on the list, even if it's our doing. So listen to Erin. Don't listen to me. Erin knows what she's doing, and Erin knows how to fix these things, and Erin knows how to help guide you through it. And not everybody's the same. And Erin understands that. So if you're looking for somebody that is understandable, that isn't a bully, right? Like how many bullies have we met in the whole health and fitness realm that make you feel absolutely stupid, absolutely lazy, like you know nothing, like you do nothing, like you have no drive or energy, and don't understand where you actually are at and how hard you are actually trying, right? Like how many times have you run into that in the workout world? Tell me. True that, right, Dom? I'm telling you. Well, Erin is definitely where it's at. She's not going to do that to you. I highly recommend checking her out, or at least following her podcast. So she's here every Tuesday, and she's live in the group every Tuesday. It also runs on MOMnation fan page. It also runs in YouTube. So if you want to follow her or check her, any of her previous episodes out, again, it's weekly. So she's got a lot of content over on our YouTube channel at MOMnation USA. Scroll down just a little ways and you will see the Energy Shift with Erin podcast, playlist. And you can follow that from there. Jen says you're not allowed to grieve what isn't anymore, and your grief is also welcoming at my grief group. Grief is from any loss is safe at my group. I love that. And what Jen is referring to, correct me if I'm wrong, Jen, is my sharing about me really truly grieving those stages that my kiddo is leaving behind ever so rapidly, much too rapidly for me. Certainly not for him, though. Kids move so quickly at that age. Really at any age. When do they not move quickly, right? But I appreciate that, Jen. And I want to make that clear that Jen is inviting parents out there that are grieving any type of loss, any type of grief. And she is recognizing and being sensitive to my grief with the loss of my son's previous stages in life. Did I make that clear? Was that clear? Hopefully so. I really appreciate you, Jen. And then back to Aaron. We appreciate you so, so much for showing up, being here, being sensitive to our needs as moms, being understanding of what we are going through in everyday life and what our bodies go through as well. So thank you so much, Aaron. This one, you guys, this was great. If you didn't catch this episode, this came out, I think on Monday. So this is super fresh. It's over on our YouTube channel at wrong YouTube, Katie, at MOMnation USA. Scroll down very slightly, and the Live and Learn playlist, I think, is pretty close to the top, if I remember right. This one is great. This is talking about a parenting hack that works not only for your little kids, but it also works for your teenagers as well, which was, to me, absolutely fascinating. And I tried it out. I totally tested it out, and it totally worked. And what Adrienne gets into in this episode, and it's 30 minutes long, guys, so I'm not going to do it any justice in these 2 minutes. You definitely have to dig into this episode. But she talks about play, using play as a means to connect and motivate versus control, and how much better that works out, and how much deeper the connection between you and your child can become when you approach it in that way. And she has some really great tips. She offers an opportunity, a way to connect with her. So if you want to dive deeper in with her, consult with her, anything like that, she offers a way in which to do so. And she is cool. She's very easy to talk to. I had an amazing time with this episode. This was great. Like, it's a half an hour long, which is a little long for a Live and Learn. Usually I like to go 20 minutes, but I could have stayed on for another 30 minutes with her easily and talked through this particular topic even deeper. So check it out. It's awesome. And so is Adrienne. All right, guys, I'm just going to check comments here because I don't have Miss Sonia to check those out. Yes, Jennifer, definitely check it out and talk with Adrienne if you think it's something that you want to dive into. Jennifer Moxley is talking about what we just chatted about in that latest Live and Learn episode with using play as a means to connect and motivate with your child versus control, which often will give us the absolute opposite effect of what we're looking for. Jen says play is important. So important for overall health, and I love it as a parenting strategy. Yeah, you should check out what Adrienne has to say. It's really cool. I obviously can't say enough about that. And I also appreciate your connection with Marissa in the comments. Jen, thank you so much for being sensitive to that and to reaching out to her and inviting her to your groups. Very sweet of you. All right, so understanding closing costs for home buyers in Arizona. If you have never bought a home before, how would you know what closing costs are? How would you know what they should be? Because we can pay too much, guys. How would you know what they go to? How would you know how much to expect to plan for? Like, you wouldn't, right? Because you've not done this before and things change. So what your parents planned for 20 years ago is very different than what you're needing to plan for now. And so Ryan and I thought that it would be very important to do an episode on just that understanding. And it's a deep-ish dive. I mean, it's only 7 minutes long, so as deep as we can get in 7 minutes. But to understand what closing costs are for home buyers. And just a little tip, if you are listening to the show when it was intended for you, which is February 25th, 2026, sellers are still helping out with buyer closing costs. So keep that in mind, buyers out there that are looking to get into something and need a little bit of help with the money part of things. Now is still a good time. If you want to check out any of these previous episodes, I believe when I looked in the playlist last, it had like 173 episodes in the Tip Tuesday playlist. So lots of learning for y'all that want to learn just a little bit more about what it takes to buy, or maybe you're looking to sell, or maybe you're a homeowner and you just want to preserve your equity and you want to learn more about that. There are episodes in there for you as well. At Team Evo AZ is our handle for YouTube. Scroll down just a little ways, you will see the Real Estate Tip Tuesday playlist. All right, guys. Lastly, and I'm so sad again that she's not here because Sonia was actually my PIC in this particular episode. And we talked, this is part 1, so there's a part 2 coming out. We talked about the home maintenance mistakes that homeowners make that we often see when they're going to sell that impacts their bottom line. So if you want to learn about what you can do, what simple things you can do throughout the life of you living in your home to set yourself up for when it comes time to sell so that you're not having to deal with so much deferred maintenance, then this episode is for you. Hop on over again to our YouTube channel at Team Evo AZ is our handle if you want to keep an eye on it for part 2 coming out. It's actually already up. So it hasn't launched yet, so it hasn't aired yet, but you can click to be notified when it does. And hint, hint, that's going to come out on Sunday. So you guys still have a couple of days. It will air on Sunday, and that's when you guys can watch it. But if you want to be notified of that, because maybe you'll forget, which who doesn't as a mom, then hop on over and click that notification and YouTube will notify you. All right, guys. Yes, so much good info. Thank you so much. And thank you for watching, Mom. I totally appreciate it. I hope that it was helpful for you. Again, that is something, deferred maintenance is something that silently reaches into your wallet as a home seller and pulls sometimes tens of thousands of dollars out of it. And you just were clueless going into this, that was going to be the case. So let's not be clueless, guys. Let's follow Team Evo AZ on YouTube. Again, that is our handle. Do we have one last comment? Do we have a homeschoolers group? That's an idea. So Dominique is going to be last commenter. Skylar, if you are recording for Sonia, could you please record Dominique as the last commenter? And that is a great question. I haven't been asked that one yet. We have a sober living group. So if you are sober curious, if you are in the middle of sobriety, if sobriety, your first sobriety date's way behind you and you've been living in sobriety for X amount of time, then that group is for you. We have a divorce group. It's called the Divorce Community, powered by MOMnation. If you are going through divorce, if you're thinking about going through divorce, if you're in separation, if that's in your rear view, that group is for you. A homeschoolers group, we could talk about that, Dom. I would definitely need some help with that though. So if that's something that you would want to co-admin, would you do me a favor? You're going to be homeschooling. Yes, I think that's awesome. If you want to co-admin, Dom, shoot me a message and we can talk about creating a sister group for homeschoolers. I think that would be really cool. But truth be told, full transparency, I'm spread pretty thin between my real estate business, being a mom, being a wife, all that stuff, and having now 12 podcasts. So I'm a little thin, and I would need help with it. So if you want to help, let's talk about it. All right, guys, I have talked way too much. I need a lot more coffee. I hope that you have. We do not, Candy, great question. We do not have a special needs group. But again, just like with the homeschooling group, I would be open to opening up a sister group for that, just like our divorce group, just like our sober group. But I definitely need some assistance with monitoring and moderating, I should say, that one. So if that's something that you're interested in, shoot me a private message and we can talk about what that looks like. I just want to really be clear that in order to make those things happen, I definitely need help at this point. All right, guys, over and out. Dominique, last commenter. We shall see you all next time. It was an absolute pleasure. Hopefully I wasn't too boring without my sidekick, and best wishes to Sonia out there. I hope everything's okay with the kiddo. All right, guys, see ya.
Welcome to Mom Nation, where moms find real support, real connection, and real community. Founded in 2014 by Katie Holly Lambert, Mom Nation started as a way to unite and empower moms. Now it's grown into a movement. Through vibrant communities, local events, and meaningful conversations, Mom Nation helps moms grow, share, and thrive together. Listen to From the Heart, where we share inspirational stories, useful information, and discuss a variety of women-related topics. And check out Live and Learn, where moms just like you share helpful tips, tools, and real-life skills. Be part of something bigger. Visit www.momnation.com and follow us on social media, because motherhood is better when we do it together.